Hello, good morning and welcome to today's live. If you are new to my world and you don't know who I am Natasha Clark, mindset and business coach for female entrepreneurs. My mission in life is to help you create the business of your dreams, your desires, create the impact and the income that you desire, but with ease and flow, without the freaking hustle. Because life doesn't have to be hard, business doesn't have to be hard. Yeah, you got to do the work, but the work feels in ease and in flow. And today I want to talk about what is the one big thing that is holding you back. Because you may know what it is and you may not, and I'm here to help you discover exactly what it is. Drum roll, please. It's fear. Fear is what is holding you back. Fear is stopping you from achieving, being, doing, creating whatever the freak you want to do. And what I want to talk about is fear isn't actually real. Like, it doesn't actually exist. It may feel real. It may feel like it's crippling you. It may feel like you're getting shivers. It may feel like it's giving you anxious feelings. It may feel like it's taken over your sleep. It may feel so real. Like, fear is false evidence appearing real. Hey everyone, that's what fear is. It's not real. It may feel it, but it doesn't mean it is. So what we have to do is we have to work out, okay, what actually am I fearful of? So I want you to get a pen and paper right now, and I want you to write down, what are you fearful of? What are you scared of? What is stopping you from building, starting, growing? What is stopping you from starting this business? What is stopping you from building the business, growing the business, getting paying clients, living out your dream desires, stopping your full-time job, going full hog with this? Like, what actually is it? Let's get to the root of it. And I want you to write down with a pen and paper exactly what it is. Yes, nothing, because you are a badass client. Love that, Nika. Love it, love it, love it. So write down what it is that's stopping you. So for example, with me, when I first started, I was fearful of, I wouldn't be good enough. I'd fearful of being judged. I was fearful of not being able to make enough money. I was fearful of, what if I wasn't liked? I was fearful of, what if I couldn't actually do this and I would fail at this? Like, they're just some of the things that I was fearful of. And it held me back. And I spoke about this in my last video, my Q&A, when I got asked, is there anything that you would kind of do differently? And I said, yeah, invest quicker. I really wish I did. And this is exactly why I offer the product suite I do. And when I mean by product suite, I talk about the different offerings that I have. So I have everything from a membership site where you just want to work on your mindset, which is £15 per month. I then have my course, for example, which is Build Your Online Business. So it teaches you step by step from the mindset to the money, everything you need to know about the energetics and the step-by-step strategy of going from building your business to actually getting paying clients. So that, for example, is £555. Then you can go to my group program, which is £2,997, which is a live program. So it's all the amazing content and lives, every single live coaching calls with me every week, plus me within the group and some bonuses. And then you've got my one-on-one package, which is me literally as your biz bestie in your pocket. Can you see how I offer a product suite? I offer that. Yes, I get that some people are like, oh my gosh, Tash, I really want to work with you, but I'm not at that investment level right now. I'm like, that's absolutely cool. Like, there is no right or wrong with this. If you feel cool to do this, then amazing. Here's this course, go and run with it. So why did I talk about that? Yes, so that's exactly why I created my product suite, because when I was starting off, there wasn't all of that available, well, unbeknown to me. There might have been, but I didn't see it available for me. Because of course I would have invested quicker if the price point was lower, because at the time, complete with a money story, I totally acknowledge that. But also with the fact that I didn't have the spare $5,000 to work with my coach, I had to max out my credit card and ask my boyfriend to lend me the rest, right? So I also get that not everybody has that ability, not everybody has that. So that's why I offer other offers to you. So you can still come in at that level, you still can be around my energy, you still can learn from me, you still can create freaking success. So I do on my part to help my clients that want to come and work with me but may not be at that financial level because of fear. I totally get it. I was there, I was fearful. And fear will hold you back. There will always be a reason why you don't do something, always. And you will back it, you will believe it. You'll be like, oh my gosh, this is exactly why I'm not doing this, because I don't have the money, I don't have the energy, I don't have the time, I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the expertise, I don't have the clients, I don't have fill in the blanks, right? But you've got to ask yourself this, okay, if we were to take away fear and you were to just sit there and lean into desires, if there was no fear, if you weren't scared, if nothing could go wrong, and all you had was desires, what would you do? What decisions would you make? And that is the place you need to come from when you're making the decisions. So when I'm making decisions now in my business, even in my personal life, I still get scared. I'm human. I still get fearful. Of course I do. But I feel the fear and I freaking do it anyway. I make smart decisions, right? So I sit there and I go, okay, instead of coming from a place of scaredness, fearfulness, instead of being like, oh, I'm really scared, what if this flops? What if I mess up my words? What if this isn't a success? What if I can't do this again? What if my clients don't get results? Let's say blah, 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 blah. I come from a place of, does this feel good? This feels aligned. It's scary. Scary is good. Let me tell you this. Scary is good. When you've made a decision, you start to get a bit like fear, like a little bit of tingling fear, like, oh my gosh, this is good. What this is bringing you to the next vibrational level, right? You're up leveling, girl. You are stepping up. Every time I invest in myself and my business, I'm like, but I'm excited. I'm like, oh, I'm leveling. This is happening. I'm going to a whole different vibration here. So what I do is I write down a list of everything that is the fear that's holding me back. Then I challenge it. How true is it? So I remember when I first was thinking about going live, I was like, oh my gosh, what if somebody judges me? What if I don't look right? What if I mess up my words? What if I forget my words and I don't actually know what to say, right? All of those, tick, 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 I've done them all. I've jumped online and not having any idea what the hell I'm going to talk about. And I'm like, okay, actually forgot what I was meant to be talking to you about. I speak so fast, I'm always tripping up over my words. There has been lives where my doorbell has gone, Penelope's barked, the baby's woke up. Like, that is life, okay? But I'm not going to stop that. Let that stop me, sorry, from jumping on and sharing my message, okay? You guys don't care how I look. You guys don't care. That's not why you jump on these lives. You jump on these lives to hear my message, be around this energy, be on my vibrational level, right? So you've got two options. You can feel the fear and freaking do it anyway and be like, oh my gosh, this is so scary, but I'm so glad I done this. Or you could go, I'm gonna let this hold me back. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna stay in my comfort little zone that I think is safe, and I'm not actually gonna take that next step. Guess what? That is not gonna get you your dream life. That is not gonna get you the desires that you want. That is not gonna make you feel fulfilled, inner peace, contentment without feeling that fear and do it anyway. Everything, it can be scary. Motherhood is scary. Do you not think I was scared? Like, listen, I've been playing with dolls since a young, very age. Playing with a doll is very, very different to actually having a baby. And your life completely changes. Do you not think I was scared? Oh my gosh, my whole life is going to change. Oh my gosh, what about the lack of sleep? All of this, of course. It didn't mean that I went, I'm not going to do it. I'm scared about being a mum, but I'm not going to do it. Driving. Who wasn't scared when they first went into a car? I was. What about this one? I was petrified about dating, which sounds ridiculous because everyone's like, oh yeah, but you were so confident. Yes, but I was in 2 relationships for the majority of my 20s, 8 years and 2 years, kind of not lapping over, I mean lapping over is in my teens to my 20s. I came out and I was single when I was 27 and a half, like kind of just before 28, I think. So I'd spent 10 years in 2 relationships. So of course I was scared of coming out of that. Oh my God, what if no one fancies me? What if I'm too much? What if, and at the time I had like short, kind of funky hair? What if people don't find me attractive? What if I'm gonna be on my own forever? What if I don't know, like literally everything was going through my head. Of course I was scared, okay? Being in a relationship is all that I knew. I was defined by Natasha and fill in the blank of my ex's names. So I had to feel the fear and do it anyway, because guess what? If I didn't put myself out there and go on these dates, I would never have met my now husband, okay? Unfortunately, you've got to go through that fear. It's scary. I'm not sitting here telling you things are not scary. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm saying it's worth the fear. Every single one of my clients that work with me go, Tash, I'm so scared, but it's the best decision I ever made. I'm like, I get that. I still feel that way. I'm like, oh my God, I've just made a big investment in marketing, or I'm growing my team, or I'm just launching something and I have no idea if it's going to go well. It could absolutely flop. How about when you do an amazing launch and you're like, okay, this is kind of pressure because now I've got to match my last launch, right? All this fear can hold you back and stop you making from these decisions. As humans, the majority of us are scared when it comes to change. We see comfort as security, as feeling safe, right? So when we go outside of that, that's when it becomes scary. That's when it's like, oh, this feels really scary. I don't like this unknown. And lots of people say, were you scared about owning your own business because it's all on you? And I was like, of course. I'm the one that makes all the executive decisions. I'm the one that the buck lands with. If something doesn't go right, it's down to me. If something goes amazing, obviously it's kind of down to me, but it's also kind of down to my team, right? But if everything goes wrong, it's down to me. If I invest in something, marketing, and it goes wrong, that's down to me. Do you know, think I was scared when I invested £10,000 into ads and that was the launch that I made £600? Do you not think I was scared again about launching again? Of course I was, because my blueprint was, oh my gosh, the last launch didn't go so well. I don't know if I can do this again. Of course. Do you not think I was scared about how to have a baby and a business at the same time? Of course. Guys, there's so many decisions that I was scared of. Do you not think I was scared when I got told, I had this idea of I was going to have this water birth at home and it was all going to be nice and calm and, you know, Michael was going to be here and it was all going to be amazing. Do you not think I was scared when I went to hospital just for a little checkup and they went, your waters are broken, and my husband was thousands of miles away, never going to make it back? Do you not think I was scared? Of course, but we still freaking do it, don't we? So I want you to see fear for what it is. Challenge fear. Fear doesn't like to be known. Fear likes to stay there and control you. That's what fear likes to do. And fear isn't a bad thing. Fear is good. Fear is when we're crossing the road and a car's coming, that adrenaline kicks in and jumps you back. That's fear, which is incredible. Fear is meant to save your life. It's meant to keep you safe. But nowadays, we're having fear over going on social media. We're having fear on our phones. We're having fear of stopping us back from doing something, believing in something, achieving something. We're letting fear take over our lives, when this is where we need to call fear out and say, listen, I'm a badass and I'm not going to let fear, you inside of me, dictate how my life's going to be. Because if you want to do something, freaking do it, right? If it doesn't go so well, listen, there's going to be loads of things that don't go so well. Life isn't always going to go to plan. But if it doesn't go so well, guess what? You learn from it. You've made those decisions. Do you know how many things have not gone so well for me? My last business wasn't successful. That could have stopped me from doing this business. Could you imagine if I let that stop me? I wouldn't be here right now on this live inspiring you. I wouldn't have the life I would. I wouldn't be able to serve my amazing freaking clients that I'm obsessed with. I wouldn't be able to do that if I let that hold me back. It's BS. So the sooner you realise that this is the BS. Well, that's a new word. BS. The BS. I'm trying not to swear, but I'm too passionate and too excited that it's coming out in a BS. A different type of wording that I'm talking about. You can let it hold you back. Of course you can. But then you need to think about, what's the worst case scenario? You're not going to die. That's the worst case scenario. If you say, listen, Tash, I really want to do this. I've started my business, or I want to start my business, or I have started my business but I'm not getting paying clients. I'm scared. I'm scared to buy your course. I'm scared, what if it doesn't work out? I'm scared to invest the money. I'm scared, fear. Totally, completely get that. But see this as, wow, okay, I can feel this fear and do it anyway and get the amazing results that I've always dreamt of. Like what I teach my clients, my tools and techniques work, okay? They work for me, they work for my clients, they get results. It's proven strategy. You do the work, you'll get results. That's as easy as it is. I can't do the work for you, unfortunately. You just give me your business and I go, okay, here's a successful business. Here you go, this is how much I charge for this. You've got to put the work in. And one of the main things that are in the program, the course that I work through, is those fears that are cropping up and how to change up those limiting beliefs. Because all it is the same story that you keep telling yourself that now you think is truth. Now you think is evidence. Now you think you're not good enough. You can't make money in business. You're not like fill in the blank. That person is successful and you're not. And it's because you're not smart enough, pretty enough, slim enough, educated enough. You haven't got an accent. You don't dress like this, blah, 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 all the absolute rubbish that you are telling yourself, because that's what it is. And it's always going to come up. So you can let it stop you, or you can go, I'm calling you out right now. Yeah, I'm calling you out and I'm not believing you, and I'm going to go for it. And do you know what? Anything that I learn from this is going to be a lesson. It's a lesson or a blessing. And you're going to look back at this moment and you're going to go, I was scared, but I freaking done it anyway. And look at the results I got from it. Ask any successful person that is in and around you, whether they're on your Instagram, read their autobiographies. Every single one of them was scared. If they told you they weren't scared, they are lying to you, okay? Everyone is scared. But just because we're scared, it doesn't mean we let that hold us back. We don't say, okay, I'm giving in to fear, because if you do, then just be prepared to have the life that you've got right now and not be able to get those dreams and desires that you desperately want. Of course, why shouldn't you have a life that's full of desires? There's a reason why you have desires. Desires, to me, is what I believe is a divine goodness. There's a reason, it's innate in us. We have a desire because it's what we deserve. And you deserve success. You don't deserve success because of fill in the blank. You deserve it because you do. Because you are worthy enough. You are enough just as you are. So I really, really want you to be thinking about what is holding you back. Where is the fear that you're actually saying, yes, I need to freaking do this. I'm stuck in a 9-to-5 corporate job, just don't know what to start a business in. Feel like there is so much more out there, but I don't know where to start. You're an inspiration. Oh, thank you. 1 minute. This is what I talk about later. Penelope, shush. That is a great question. So what I would say to you is, what is something that lights you up? What is something that you do at the moment that you could go, do you know what? This really excites me. I want to do it. Because thinking that you're in a safe 9-to-5 job, it isn't safe. Where you're safe is when you're the business, you're the boss, and you can decide what you're doing. And that is my call to go. My day is going. Guys, have a great day. Bye.